It's actually about 3-4 years ago. The person who introduced me to Kangen is my brother, and he happens to be a medical doctor. So he was working together with someone called Dr. Imran, some of you might have met. And so about 3-4 years ago, one of their patients, one of their friends came up to them and said, thank you very much, Mark, thank you, Imran, thank you for everything that you've done, but unfortunately I have to say goodbye. There is not very much, I don't think I've got very much more time left on earth, because the doctors have just diagnosed with stage 3 lymphoma cancer, and she's just been given 3 months left to live. So on hearing this, Mark and Imran got very touched, but there was only so much that they could do. So they said, look, we can come up and help you, we can come up and have a chat with you, but not as doctors, but as friends. Is it okay? So they put her through a regime, a protocol, which involved nutrition, exercise, and the water. And she became very, very curious about the water, particularly her husband, who happened to be a pharmacologist. Okay, so completely from the other side, said, why do I need this water? I understand nutrition, drugs, medication, but I'm not touching this. And plus, the doctors had already put her through chemo and radiation, and she just couldn't take any more. She had no more energy left. Do you guys know people like this? Yeah. So they tried to explain the water to her, and why this. And so she got very excited, and she was driving down from, I can't remember where it was, I think it was Wales, going down to London to collect this water. Because they didn't have the financial means to purchase the machine at the time. So, long story short, about 3 months into drinking the water and changing this protocol, she went back to the doctors, and the doctors said, look, I don't know what you've been doing, but half your cancer cells in your body is gone. Okay, so carry on doing it. So obviously the family got very, very excited. They wanted to invest in one of these machines. Do you think the family invested in the machine? Yeah. Yes?
No.
Yeah. No?
Yes.
They did. They did invest in the machine. But it wasn't Kangen.
Oh.
It was another brand. It was an X brand.
Oh.
Because they did their so-called research on YouTube and Google, and they found that there was lots of other brands that compare themselves with Kangen and said they were much better. So that, this was €1,000 less versus Kangen at €3,000. So why? And it's comparably the same. So they invested in the other brand. I can't remember which one, but again, about 4 months into the water, she went back to her oncologist, and they said, I don't know what you've done this time around, but I didn't notice any difference. And so Mark and Imran again went back up there, and they looked at her and explained why. Some of them, remember the 15 reasons I shared with you earlier? Why this is medical equipment. So she went back on the water, and she started digging in the garden, not for herself, but for allotments. She has an allotment, she loves gardening, because prior to that, she didn't have any energy. She tried to go on yoga, and after about 10 minutes, she would just fall out. But after this water, and she was able to last throughout the whole hour in that yoga session. I was able to plant a garden, plant the fruits and vegetables in the garden. So eventually they did invest in a Kangen, so they paid an extra €3,000 on top of the $2,000 that they paid at the beginning. And then, long story short, about 6 months into the whole protocol, she's now cancer-free.
Wow.
Okay, so that's all I had to share. Thank you very much.